Thank you, Frankie and Richard. It was beautiful. All right, let's hear it for one more time. And while we're putting our hands together for musicians, let's also say thank you and show our appreciation for Amanda Hartley's work on the harp tonight. Please. Thank you, Amanda. And let's get to it. Okay, so what's going to happen next is I'm going to talk to you about what awards we're going to give away. Then I'm going to introduce the person who's going to present the award to the recipient. So, just so you know, there's no surprises. The first award that we're going to give away tonight, or we're going to give out and present tonight, is my favorite award. It goes to the organizer and promoter. The Organizer and Promoter Award is given to the individual who has put themselves forward to help organize literary events, whether they are ongoing or special events. Someone who has, over the last year, helped give space to many writers, whether they are new or established. The year's recipient is Todd Wong. It will be presented by our friend Evelyn Lau. A little word about Evelyn, for those of you who are not already familiar with her. Evelyn is the author of 11 books, including 6 volumes of poetry. She served as the 3rd Poet Laureate of Vancouver, and her next poetry collection, Tumor, will be published by Ulican this fall. She works with emerging writers and poets in SFU's Continuing Studies Department. Please welcome Evelyn Lau.
Yes. Hi. For many years now, I've watched the whirlwind of energy and goodwill that is Todd Wong. It didn't surprise me when Bonnie wrote, of course, when I told him about the award, his immediate response was, no, I don't deserve this. Yet, I can hardly think of anyone who deserves it more. Todd created the annual Gung Haggis Fat Choi dinner, which promotes a contemporary Canadian poet as well as Scottish bard Robbie Burns. He can often be found as a board member organizing events for Asian Canadian Writers Workshop and historic Joy Kogawa House. In 2002, he helped to found the ACWW Community Dinner and Community Builder Award, and also served on the inaugural One Book, One Vancouver Committee for BPL, representing Asian Heritage Month. Todd was one of the driving forces of the Save Kogawa House campaign, which successfully saved the childhood home of author Joy Kogawa, and now sustains an annual writer-in-residence program and many literary and community events throughout the year. Todd has enthusiastically assisted many organizations in our literary community, such as the 2012 Wei-Sin Choi Tribute Dinner in partnership with Project Bookmark Canada and Rice Paper Magazine events. You've probably also met Todd as a host or organizer of events for Word Vancouver, BC Book Prizes, Italian Cultural Centre, Celtic Fest Vancouver, Asian Heritage Month, Dr. Sun Yat-sen Gardens, or Heart of the City Festival. It's exhausting just reeling off that list. It's a good thing he's an extrovert. Again, just beholding Todd over there, who's resplendent in his wonderful outfit. What I've noticed over the years is that there are 2 things that make him happiest. One is introducing people that he knows to each other and hoping that they'll become good friends. In that sense, he's a true community builder. And the second one is watching writers and poets in our community get the recognition that they deserve. I mean, I've just surreptitiously watched Todd and seen the expression of pure joy on his face when he sees a writer getting a standing ovation, or coming up for an award, or getting praise of any sort. That just makes his day. He is a writer's best friend in that he will show up to your reading when very few other people will. Even when he's all sweaty from Dragon Boat, he'll buy your book. He will ply you with teacups of scotch and take you out for Chinese food afterwards, and give you rides to readings out in Richmond and Surrey. He's the first to volunteer himself, and he just absolutely loves to give, much like Bonnie, I might add. So it is my great pleasure tonight to be able to give this award in honor of Todd Wong and everything he has done for us writers.
Original artwork for Todd Wong by Judith Atkinson. Is Judith here? Thank you, Judith. And I like that with Pandora's Collective. It's so grassroots that we can recognize ourselves in the community that comes up here and play with each other. One of the things I remember is reading, oh my goodness, going to visit Jim Wong Chu, because I probably wouldn't be here if it wasn't Jim Wong Chu, one of the founders of Asian Canadian Writers Workshop, and he was showing me a collection for an anthology he was creating, and he said, there's this young teenage writer, Evelyn Lau, you gotta watch her. And seeing Evelyn over the years, it's been amazing. Bonnie, Nish, and Sita Kumar from Twisted Poets and Pandora's Collective, you were some of the first people Anne-Marie Metten and I contacted when we started building Kagawa House, that we could actually have it and build programming for that. And darn, we saved the house and there's programming by word on the street tonight and I can't be there. Grant Lawrence is there tonight at Kagawa House speaking about songwriting and transitioning into writing, and it was my pleasure that I could actually play my accordion at Grant's house earlier this year and at his cabin, so that's my big thrill. But part of it is that we are all promoters. We're all organizers. We need to connect, and thank you, Evelyn, for bringing those things out, that deep down, there's something in us that wants to connect and that we can appreciate it. And as Sean said, this is his favorite award, and I think to me, this is my favorite thing to do, because I get to meet people, I get to socialize, that people can create, even though we're not locked away in a room as an organizer, promoter. Evelyn was sitting beside me, we're at the Dr. Sun Yat-sen Gardens, and Janie Chang sees, Silk Road Music performing, and she goes, and Evelyn mentions, oh yeah, they perform together, that Silk Road Music will improvise as the author is reading. We did that for Wace and Choi for One Book, One Vancouver. And so my wheels start turning. By the end of the evening, I'm taking Janie Chang backstage to meet Silk Road Music. And hopefully they'll have a book launch when Janie's book comes out. And I know that Caitlin Press is here. They've done some wonderful books. And I have an idea for you with June Hutton's book. I'm going to take you down to the Sun Yat-sen Gardens. I've been messaging with June about that because my great-great-grandfather helped raise funds here in Chinatown for Dr. Sun Yat-sen and to help bring democracy to China. My mother's here. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for supporting me, my aunts and my cousins for going to Haggis We've had lots of fun. How do you talk about head tax and redress and everything else and then flip it into the Scottish community and make it available for everybody, because our family has intermarried into everything, married into so many continents. Yes, I know. I did a panel for, what was it, Summer Dreams, and the topic was interracial sex. But it's how we come together. How we can divert racism. And Fred knows about that. And so glad to see Fred and Pauline here, my friends and family. When we get together, this is building the community that we have in Vancouver. We can't say anything else about that. Thank you, Bonnie. Thank you, Twisted Poets, Asian Canadian Writers Workshop, Rice Paper, Hapapalooza. We'll keep busy. Thank you, everybody.